Hello everyone, my name is George Espinoza. I'm a student of the University UTPL, and it's a great pleasure to be here with you today to share some very important information about Alzheimer's disease. So basically, I was given a set of 3 videos in which I'm going to be explaining to you one by one. What is the main topic? The main topic is Alzheimer's disease and its effects on the brain. What's the general idea about the videos? The general idea is, what is Alzheimer's disease? What are its possible causes? What is its development? And how we can prevent it? The first video talks about the differences between Alzheimer's disease and dementia. And basically, one of the main differences is that Alzheimer's disease, it is a disease, and dementia is not a disease, it's a syndrome. It's also very important to mention that in order for dementia to occur, Alzheimer's disease has to be present. So basically, dementia comes as an outcome of Alzheimer's disease. The video also talks about that people who suffer from high elevated stages of dementia go through major challenges, not only for themselves but also for their families, financially speaking, especially because they are unable to take care of themselves. They need somebody to take care of them constantly. One interesting fact that I found was that according to the World Health Organization, 47.5 million people around the world suffer from dementia. Alzheimer's disease, on the other hand, it is a disease of the brain that affects slowly impairment of memory loss, and cognitive function. According to scientific studies, they have been unable to discover what causes Alzheimer's disease, and also they haven't been unable to discover a possible cure till nowadays. Alzheimer's disease doesn't just affect older people, it can also affect younger people. But the symptoms only appear at 60 years old of age. But a person who is 80 years old of age who gets diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, their expectancy lifespan is only 3 years, which I found that a very striking fact. The second video, it talks about the history of Alzheimer's disease and how it was amazingly discovered in the year 1907 by this great German psychiatrist called Alois Alzheimer. And when he discovered it by conducting a medical study in one of his patients, and he was the one who discovered the main 2 lesions of the brain, which is senile plaque and neofibrillary tangles. His discovery was so amazing that it was a huge stepping stone till nowadays for modern scientists to study these 2 main lesions of the brain. And till nowadays, the scientists have been unable to discover what causes these 2 main lesions of the brain. The only thing they know is that they are connected to each other. So if there's senile plaque, there is senile neofibrillary tangles. So they still don't know what causes this, although they have some major clues that hopefully can help us understand one day a little bit better about the disease. And the third video, it talks about how diet can have a strong impact on the presence of Alzheimer's disease. So basically, according to a scientific study, it has shown that there are parts of the world where Alzheimer's disease is predominant, and there are parts of the world where Alzheimer's disease is not existent. And when they look deeply, they realize that where Alzheimer's disease was predominant, the people who had their diets there had a high diet on animal and dairy foods, highly saturated fats, which according to study that show that they were highly at risk, that in comparison to other people who kept a healthy diet, which Alzheimer's disease was non-existent. So basically, this shows how important is diet as far as influencing on contracting Alzheimer's disease. And also the study showed that people who showed early signs of Alzheimer's disease, who made the right changes, who changed their diets, were unable to show some amazing recovery just by changing their diet. What are the differences between the 3 videos? The differences is the 3 first videos are completely different from each other. The one talks about the differences between Alzheimer's disease and dementia. The second video talks about the history and development and possible causes of Alzheimer's disease. And the third video, it talks about how diet can have a strong impact on the presence of Alzheimer's disease. So they are all different. The second difference is that the two first videos talk about Alzheimer's disease and dementia, and the third video only focuses on Alzheimer's disease. So those are the differences. And the similarities, one of the similarities is that the three of them are mainly focused on Alzheimer's disease. And the second similarity is that the three videos were created under scientific research and backup. And they were created by different people, and the videos have different duration lengths. So those are the similarities and the differences. And so what is the conclusion about this? The conclusion is that although Alzheimer's disease may seem unavoidable and virtually unavoidable, it is possible to prevent it by keeping a healthy, balanced, disciplined diet. It is possible to prevent Alzheimer's disease and live a happy life. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.